Hi, I'm Becky Streepy from Glue and Glitter, and today we're making Golden Oreo pie. Y'all, if you're new to Golden Oreos, I am so excited to introduce them to you. Just like chocolate Oreos, they're completely vegan, but instead of chocolate, they're vanilla flavored. I know, vanilla can sometimes be a little bit boring, but Golden Oreos are not like plain, masquerading as vanilla. These are vanilla-tastic. They have a great vanilla flavor and they are amazing in this creamy, dreamy vanilla cookies and cream pie. Start by transferring a family-sized package of Golden Oreos to a zip-top gallon-sized bag. Then you can use either a rolling pin or, as you can see in the video, I'm using a can of beans to just get in there and crush those Oreos. You want kind of a mix of crumbly pieces and like bigger chunks because this pie on top of the vanilla flavor is all about the texture. Once your Oreos are nice and crushed up, set those aside and we're gonna start the filling. Transfer an 8-ounce package of vegan cream cheese to a bowl. If you want to use homemade vegan cream cheese, that's totally fine, just use 1 cup. Then use a hand mixer or your stand mixer to whip that cream cheese up until it's nice and fluffy. Next, add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract to the bowl, and then whip it again just until those ingredients are all nice and incorporated. Now grab that bag of Oreos and dump it in the bowl, and then if you're like me, realize that your bowl is too small. That's better. Then add a 10-ounce container of vegan whipped topping to your bowl. You can use homemade coconut whipped cream if you want to. Just know it'll give your pie a little bit of a coconut flavor. You just want 1 1/4 cups of the whipped topping. When you do get your whipped topping, you'll usually find it in the freezer section of the grocery store. Just make sure that you've thawed it before you add it to the bowl. What I like to do is pull the whipped topping out of the fridge the night before I'm gonna make this pie so it can thaw overnight. Then get in there again with your hand mixer and whip everything together until you have a nice even mixture. Now grab yourself a prepared graham cracker crust. The reason that I'm using a prepared crust rather than making a graham cracker crust from scratch is because it is very easy to find graham cracker crusts without honey, but it is really hard to find graham crackers without honey. It's really strange. Everything else about graham crackers or a graham cracker crust are usually vegan. I mean, check for dairy, but usually it's not a problem. But for some reason, they love to put honey in graham crackers, but they don't put it in the crusts. So I just go with the prepared crust. Plus, it's easier. Now spoon that filling you just made into your graham cracker pie crust, and then use the back of the spoon to press it into the crust until it's nice and even. Stick that pie in the freezer for 30 minutes to set up, and then you are ready to slice. If you are not in a hurry to eat this pie, you can also just stick it in the fridge for 6 to 8 hours or even overnight to firm up, but I want to eat my pie sooner than later, so I stick it in the freezer instead. When you're slicing your pie, take your time and make sure that your knife is getting all the way down and you'll feel it pop through that graham cracker crust. This is a pretty dense pie, so you want to really take your time with it. If you don't push the knife through all the way carefully when you're slicing, your pie piece is going to fall apart as you're lifting it up. Any leftover pie will keep for 2 to 4 days in your refrigerator. I tend to just stick it in the fridge as is, but if you want to cover it, you can use foil to cover the top, that's fine. I hope that this video has answered all of your questions about how to make a Golden Oreo pie. If you have any questions that I didn't address, feel free to drop a comment. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Happy cooking!